What is going on, everyone? We are back with another music reaction. I'm Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are...
HellaDepraved.
Yes, we are. Alright, so... Merci Raines
I'm so excited.
has dropped a new song.
Right.
She did hit Hellcat up in the DMs to let her know that it is a more...
This is a serious song.
Serious song.
Yeah. Yeah. So, it will focus on domestic violence. So, if that is something that you cannot listen to because it is just a audio, this is your warning. However, it is something that I feel needs to be discussed. So, it will be on our channel.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright, so... We're taking it off the screen, though, because since it is just... Audio.
We don't want to worry our poor little computer more than it needs
Yeah, it's
to.
already confused.
Yeah, like this cat.
Drastically.
Yeah, yeah.
It's his fault. Bad influence. Alright.
He brings confusion everywhere he goes.
True. So, we're going to react to this. If you guys have already heard it, if not, click the link in the description below. Hop on over, go listen, like, subscribe. All of her music we've listened to so far has been
Fire.
fantastic.
And please do, because it is it's to support survivors. So, go support.
Yes. And then come back. And we said because we are a commentary, reaction, breakdown comedy channel. And what that means is we will pause for any and or all of the above, although probably much less comedy this time.
Correct.
Maybe.
Correct.
With that being said, it's time to slash it up, break it down. This is Merci Raines with Charli Was. Let's get it.
Charli was, Charli was, Charli was, but Charli ain't no more. Charli was, Charli was, Charli was, but Charli ain't no more. Midnight, fall party at the Ben Sway. And Charli's in a black dress, got her hair airing down, every eye in town. Big price, 'cause if it ain't from his light, once I be in a shook and he's a charmer in the books. Call her at home, she's gonna pay for that shine. Calm down, just a little lower, love. But once you're getting too high, calm down, just a little lower, love, and we'll be just fine. Charli was, Charli was, Charli was, but Charli ain't no more. Charli was, Charli was, Charli was, but Charli ain't no more. In time.
I love her voice.
I do too.
And in this one, it's that beautiful sort of smoke and whiskey, like just beautiful, low, almost syrupy vibe. I do also like that she accents certain places in the musical composition, mostly after she says something, to add whatever dynamic or emotion she wants to a track. So a lot of times it's not riding over her voice, and it's not throughout the entire track, but it is nice little sort of, punctuation marks, as it were. The context of the song, I understand, and it's sad. It's sad. You know, the woman that could turn every eye in town, that had her own level of shine, and having to, bring her down. There's always the wrong choice, and I'm not going to say, like, choosing the wrong man, because you can choose the wrong woman. But, it's tragedy, because Charli ain't no more. So this is not going to end well.
Or it could. If he's gone.
Charli was the female.
If he's gone.
Right, well. Right. We'll see. We'll see. All right, we're switching laps.
Coming to wipe your stinky ass on me?
Mm.
Hi, buddy.
his blurred lines. And she got better with the tears whenever anyone was near. Though she hadn't seen her face, she'd known in a while, with only him to guide. She didn't see the shift to red tide. She walked the floor of glass, stuck in walls and looked past. And day by day, the light was leaving her eyes. Calm down, just a little lower, love. Don't want you getting too high. Calm down, just a little lower, love, and we'll be just fine. Charli Was, Charli Was, Charli Was, but Charli ain't no more. Charli Was, Charli Was, Charli Was, but Charli ain't no more. Took lines, held a body by the railside, and her old pictures in the news with a smile when it was true. And every old friends of tracing the signs, evening headlights, paint a girl who lived a good life, until that one deadly night, just a tragic ending fight. They don't know how slowly she died. Calm down.
Yeah.
I was hoping she killed him.
Yeah. That's not what happened. Yeah. Yeah. Hi, princess.
Somebody jealous?
Yeah, but talking about the light slowly leaving her eyes, I mean, it's tragic, and it happens all too often. Yeah, jealousy's a bitch. Obviously, the song is also telling us that. Like, he couldn't let her be something that anybody else coveted. She had to be a possession versus a person. And people still do that. I don't get it.
There's parallels here.
Like, talking about domestic violence, right? It's not a new subject. And people act like they grasp the concept. Or listen to the 10 Commandments about, you know, loving each other and not murdering people and so on and so forth. And, you know, pretty much obey the law in terms of not going out of the house and just, you know, beating the crap out of somebody. They know that that's illegal and that they're, you know, gonna go to jail. But then they go home behind closed doors and all of a sudden, all bets are off. But we have to act like we're normal and we have a perfect life in public.
Right.
And it's like, that really takes your hope for humanity down quite a few pegs if we are not able to grasp a concept enough in terms of it's wrong and evolve and be better people. No, we get home and we're like, closed doors, I'm going to treat you like a possession. That's not okay. It's never okay, which is, again, it's why the message has to be still spoken about and will always have to be spoken about. I do not have any hope that humanity will ever not have domestic violence, because it always has had domestic violence. Always.
Right.
And that's tragic. So, there you go. Here's my little rant.
Slowly she died. Calm down, just a little lower, love. Don't want you getting too high. Calm down, just a little lower, love, and we'll be just fine. Charli Was, Charli Was, Charli Was, but Charli ain't no more. Charli Was, Charli Was, Charli Was, but Charli ain't no more. Always damage don't always happen in one blow. Sometimes the worst damage is done because it's done oh so slow. Charli Was, Charli Was, Charli Was, but Charlie ain't no more. Charlie was, Charlie was, Charlie was, but Charlie ain't no more. Just a little, just a little, just a little, just a little.
It's a little sound effect there at the end.
I know that's what I was sort of laughing about. I do like her sound production in terms of she goes for the old school kind of, you almost hear like the crackles of the vinyl type sound, and
Right.
again the string production behind, and I love that drum beat. It's almost a heartbeat but not quite, and almost slightly more upbeat than you would,
It's a very
think for
it's
the
a very
message.
swing drum beat.
which is fabulous. It sounds fabulous. It's just not quite what you were expecting, but I like that.
And bass line.
But that message about sometimes, you know, it's not a quick death, and the
Well,
worst
it's-
ones can be the
Well, and let's be honest here. Okay, so domestic abuse is typically a slow thing. It very
Yeah.
rarely is ever you're in a relationship and then boom, no pun
No.
intended.
which again a lot of people confuse. They're like, I would never get into an abusive relationship, and it's like, yeah, you don't
Right.
until it is.
And this isn't. Honestly, it is mostly guys, but there are females that do it as well.
Certainly.
Big trial about it right now. So,
Right.
but it is a slow. It's usually almost always a slow moving thing, because whoever the abuser is usually trying to make everything seem like they're great, perfect
It's a manipulation tactic.
thing, and
It's-
then
yeah.
they slowly start to be like, you know, they start to impose their will slowly, and it almost never seems like that's what they're doing at first.
Right. Or they get mad if it's physical, and then afterwards they apologize and say, oh gosh, I've never done that before. You know,
Right.
I'm so sorry. It'll never happen again. And because you love that person, you believe it, or you want to believe it.
Right.
And then it's a process of, oh, like she was talking about at the very beginning, where Charlie was, you know, turning every head in town, but then had to be brought down. And no one should have to be brought down, by the way. But brought down, that means that they're disengaging you from everyone around you. Family, friends, so on and so forth. So you have less of a security system in terms of, how do I get out of this relationship? It becomes much, much harder.
And honestly, a lot of all of this could be prevented at a much younger age if, A, we would all stop treating everyone like shit.
Right.
Domestic abusers, a lot of times, it's partially learned. A lot of people that grow up watching their parents domestically assault the other very much see it as a normal thing, even though obviously they hated it growing up to see it.
Right. They still, or they
But it imprints on
themselves
them.
are victims of abuse.
Um,
Or they
and-
just realize that it's making them feel powerful.
Well, and then it can also be a series of, like, for example, a lot of domestic abuse is due to trust issues.
Oh, yeah. Been there.
Like the whole turning, like, she makes everybody's heads turn. If the guy had been in relationships before where woman cheated on him,
Right.
then if his new
Right.
woman's making heads
He's
turn, he
carrying
wants
over
to control her.
baggage and dumping it on her.
And again, all of that combined to stop treating people like shit.
Right.
I don't know why this is such a hard concept for
This is
everyone.
what I have no hope. I have no hope that this message is not going to need to be told, 2,000 years from now.
Right.
And that, to me, is tragic, because nobody deserves to have their light dimmed.
The only person I've ever, well, I won't say only person. I got into a couple fights as a kid. As an adult, the only person I've actually even hit was Justin, and that was by accident. Fun story. He walked in on me and his mom getting it on, and I did not know he was there.
Oops.
And I went to go reach my hand around to grab her leg, and I felt...
Whacked him. Oops.
And I was like, what the fuck is that? And I turned around and Justin's like, I just wanted water. I was like, when did you get in here?
Right. You're like, ooh,
I am
bad
so
timing.
sorry.
Bad timing. I have been in a abusive situation. It was not physical though, which again, doesn't really matter because it's still a slow death. Like, the person I was before I got into that isn't anymore. Like, just legit is not around. And never will be. So, I don't know. I mean, like, even if you get out of it, you don't get out of it the person you were before. Because I won't say that you don't get out of it whole. Because I certainly don't feel like I'm not whole, healed. I am definitely not dumping my baggage on anyone else, But I'm not the person I was.
I definitely highly urge anyone stuck in a domestic abuse situation on the receiving end to try and do whatever you can to get out of it. There are places that can help with things like that.
Yeah. And definitely reach out and talk to someone. It's hard, but...
If you are one of the people that are actively abusing somebody else, I want you to click off of this channel and go jump into traffic.
Yeah, we don't support that at all.
The only time I would ever support anybody in a relationship hitting the other person is if that other person is coming at them with a knife. Like, I love you, baby, but if you're trying to stab me, I might have to lay you out.
I mean, like,
but
if it's consensual and in the bedroom.
To be fair, if she was coming at me with a knife, I probably did something to deserve it. So I'm just saying. Although,
that is unjust, guys. Like, there's no justification for violence in the household. I mean, there's just not. So, stop. And I know that sounds simple, and it's not. But, like, humans really should have progressed enough that this is not an issue.
Again, I lived an entire teenage existence full of hatred and anger, and still never hit a woman.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Not hard.
I love that she did this. I love that Merci did this. I love this story in that tragedy, like, needs to be told kind of way. I mean, do I also hate the story? Absolutely, because you shouldn't like the story. But she's a fabulous storyteller. She is. And she does give you empathy for the victim because of the way that she's describing the light leaving her. Like, just her. She's becoming a shadow of herself in this relationship, however long it was before it ended. And I love her voice. I absolutely love her voice. I will say, because of the production of this one, it was a little bit harder to interpret the lyrics.
In some places, yes.
Just in some places.
By the way, that's what I was doing. When you seen me on my phone, I was looking to see if the lyrics were in the description, and they were not.
Right. So, would I suggest either a lyric video or lyrics in the description in the future? Yes. However, that was just in places, and it did not take away from the enjoyability of a unenjoyable song. Exactly. I don't know how to be like, I loved this song. Because I did, but then I feel bad saying I loved a song that, like, is not a song that I love in terms of what it's portraying. You know what I mean?
Right.
Feels awkward.
Babe.
I've
been supporting Eminem killing his wife in music for years. I understand.
Yes, okay. I mean, but that is also venting versus storytelling. Like, there's kind of a difference.
True.
Anyway, I will continue supporting Merci and, whatever she does with her music career, because so far I've liked all the dimensions that we've gotten. This was fabulous. Definitely go support her.
Yes.
Go see. She might have where she's trying to support, like, if there's a particular place in her description.
She has nothing in the description.
Okay. Well, we'll figure it out at some point, I'm sure.
Yes. All right, so if you guys liked the video, slash that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, comment down below. What did you think of Merci Raines with Charli Was? Also, comment down below if there's anything else you guys would like to see reacted to. Check the description below for all the things.
Push our buttons. Come join us on our other social media platforms, mostly Twitter if you want a quicker response.
We love you guys. Thank you all for watching. Cannot wait to see you depraved people later.